goals in the first 6 minutes and 15 seconds of that opening period. Rice-Abbey with the opening goal for Moose Jaw at 3:05 got things started. Lucas Brenton and Denton Matejchuk get the assists on that one. Then it was Braden Sherman at 4:42 scoring for the Warriors, getting them on the board with Rylan Kovacevic laying the big hit and then feeding Sherman for the shot in the slot. Then just a couple minutes later, it was Jagger Furcus, his first of the playoffs from Martin Rice-Abbey and Lucas Brenton at 6:15. 3 goals in a 3-minute span for the Warriors, and they take the early 3-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. Then it was Roger McQueen getting the Brandon Wheat Kings on the board early in the second period. 2:49, McQueen's first of the playoffs. Nice shot over top of the shoulder of Jackson Unger. That got Brandon on the board, made it a 3-1 game, but then the Warriors rolling again. 2 goals in just over 2 minutes. It was Owen Berg with his first WHL playoff goal at 3:57. Then Martin Rice-Abbey gets his second of the night at 6:10 in that second period, and the Warriors take the 5-1 lead. But Brandon claws a little bit closer late in the period. Jaden Weens with his first of the playoffs with 1 minute to go in that second period, making it a 5-2 game after 40 minutes, and the Warriors holding a 3-goal lead. But Brandon would strike early in that third period. Caleb Hadlin tips home a shot, and it's his 3:25, making it a 5-3 game. Tight 2-goal hockey game there early in the third period. But Matthew Savoy gets some separation for the Warriors at 7:27, breaks in on a breakaway and finishes for his first of the playoffs, and making it the Warriors 6-3. Jaden Weens would pull Brandon back within 2 at 6-4 at 13:36, but then Braden Sherman into the empty net with just over 2 minutes to go in the hockey game. His second of the night gives the Warriors the 7-4 victory over the Brandon Wheat Kings here in Game 1 tonight. Big victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Big performance from playoff Martin Rice-Abbey as he came out and put together a strong performance in that opening playoff game, getting a goal and 3 points for the Moose Jaw Warriors here in this one tonight. Braden Sherman also with a couple of goals. Jagger Furcus had a goal and 2 points, and Lucas Brenton with a couple of assists in the victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors. So Warriors winning this one 7-4. Shots on goal in the hockey game. It was 13-9 in the third period. 44 in favor of Brandon, 44-37 overall in favor of the Warriors, as the Warriors put a lot of rubber on net in those first 2 periods. Warriors score 7 goals. You'd expect some to be on the power play with the best power play in the Western Hockey League in the regular season, but the Warriors going 0-for-4 on the night, while Brandon 0-for-2. So neither side scoring a power play goal, despite there being 11 goals scored in the hockey game. Warriors win this one 7-4. Let's take a look at your 3 stars of the hockey game. You can probably guess who they are for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Lucas Brenton playing a big physical game and also getting in on the scoreboard in this one with 2 assists. He is your 3rd star here tonight for the Moose Jaw Warriors. 2nd star, Brett Hyland, the leading scorer for the Brandon Wheat Kings in the regular season, has a big first game in the playoffs, assisting on all 4 goals for Brandon. He is your 2nd star here tonight. And 1st star, Martin Rice-Abbey with 2 goals and 3 points on the night. He is the 1st star for the Moose Jaw Warriors here in this one tonight. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room, where I'm now being joined by head coach Mark O'Leary after tonight's game, and a big victory for the team here in Game 1. Coach, obviously got to be pretty happy with the start to this hockey game, as you guys were able to come out, put a lot of pressure on Brandon early in the game and get that early lead and then build off that from there.
Yeah, I think, the start was real important for us. I think we did a good job of finding our game early, and, I just think we got away from it a little bit there for some stretches, but, those are learnable moments, and, it's nice to learn and win the game as well. But overall, I thought it was a solid game, and we'll be even better tomorrow.
Obviously, the offense stands out with 7 goals in this game, but probably the physical play from your team as well, not backing down from the Wheat Kings throughout the night and really kind of taking the physical game to them here in this one. How much did you feel like that was a key part of the team's success?
Yeah, I think we have a competitive group. I never worry about our compete level and the physicality. I think we can still, just keep it to between the whistles. I think we don't need to get into the scrums and into the extra stuff. I just thought that gave them a little bit of juice when we didn't need to. But I liked our game in between whistles, and again, we just need to keep our composure and stick with our game.
Martin Rysavy has 2 goals, 3 points here tonight. He's got 5 goals in the last 2 games dating back to the regular season. How much are we seeing that playoff Martin Rysavy really come to life here right now over the last couple of games?
Yeah, that's one thing about Marty. He brings his best this time of year. We've seen it on numerous occasions now, and it's what we've come to expect from him. I thought he was excellent tonight. Again, just an unselfish player that he'll do anything that's asked of his teammates, and he just wants to win. So, when you have guys like that, I think it's contagious to the rest of the group, and he was one of our better guys tonight for sure.
You mentioned there's still stuff to clean up coming out of this one. What's kind of the focus for this team as you start to get ready for Game 2 tomorrow night?
We were still too loose inside home plate. It's one thing to give up shots from the outside, but I thought we were a little bit loose in our D zone coverage. Whether it was wingers losing races back inside or defensemen losing coverage at the net front for second opportunities, I just think there was a lot of chances there that didn't need to be, and we just need to tighten up in that area.
Well, congratulations on the win here in Game 1, and good luck in Game 2 tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. We will take a quick break and come back with the Connexus Save of the Night and your out-of-town scoreboard next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
We're going through tonight's 7-4 win for the Moose Jaw Warriors in Game 1 of their first-round series against the Brandon Wheat Kings. Warriors picking up this victory in front of a raucous home crowd here in downtown Moose Jaw. And it was a night where Jackson Unger would like some back, but also made some very key saves for his team. Here is the Connexus Save of the Night. Cross-ice pass in the second period. Nice stop there from Jackson Unger as he comes across to make the save on a great one-time opportunity for the Brandon Wheat Kings, but Jackson Unger tall to the task there in the second period, making a big stop, and that is your Connexus Save of the Night, one of 33 saves in the game for the Moose Jaw Warriors netminder. Let's wrap up the night with a look at the Sask Lotteries out-of-town scoreboard. Well, in Game 2 of their first-round series, the Saskatoon Blades have struck back, knocking off the Prince Albert Raiders 4-1 tonight in Saskatoon, so evening up that best-of-7 series at 1 game apiece. Babcock, Sidoroff, Armstrong, and Parr score for Saskatoon, while Nail Crocker scores for Prince Albert in that one. So Game 3, I believe, for that series will go on Tuesday in Prince Albert. Moving over to the Swift Current Broncos and Lethbridge Hurricanes, Swift Current shuts out Lethbridge with Wyrostok, Geeky, and Caswell scoring. They knock off the Hurricanes 3-0. Hurricanes actually outshoot Swift Current in the game 33-28, but just can't find a way to solve Reed Dick, and that game ends with the Broncos shutting them out in Game 1. In Medhat, it's been a wild one back and forth between the Tigers and the Red Deer Rebels. They are sitting tied at 4 with about 30 seconds left in the third period. 2 goals from Red Deer in the third period to tie this game up. Lindgren and Josephson get the goals in the final frame to tie it up, and they sit tied with just over 30 seconds to go in the third period. Prince George, the top seed in the Western Conference, they're rolling. Parasak gets a hat trick so far in that game as they lead 5-1 over Spokane late in the second period. Victoria has a 2-1 lead on Portland. That game also through 2 periods of play. The Vancouver Giants, they lead the Everett Silvertips 4-3 after scoring 4 goals in the first period of play. Cameron Schmidt with a couple of goals there for Vancouver. Hemmerling has a pair for Everett as Vancouver leads that one 4-3 late in the second period. And Kelowna-Wenatchee, Kelowna now leading that one 6-5. Score is not updated up there, but 4 goals for Wenatchee in the second period has got this one to within 1. Tisha Ginla has a hat trick for the Kelowna Rockets, while Wood has a couple of goals for Wenatchee, and it sits at 6-5 there with just late in the second period. The only game in the NHL tonight is the Buffalo Sabres skating to a 5-2 win over the New Jersey Devils. So busy night on the out-of-town scoreboard. It'll be another big night in the Western Hockey League tomorrow night with 7 games on the slate in the WHL playoffs. Lots of every team playing Game 2 outside the Prince Albert Saskatoon series, who played their second game here tonight. But should be a lot of fun here in downtown Moose Jaw for Game 2. It was a great crowd here tonight. If you had fun at the game, make sure you come back out for Game 2, or if you weren't here tonight and took in the atmosphere from home, get down to the rink. It was a lot of raucous crowd here in the hangar, and we'd love to see it again for Game 2. Tickets available at mjwarriors.ca, or you can come down to the Moose Jaw Event Center box office, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Things open up there to get your tickets for Game 2 of this best of 7 series. Warriors take Game 1 though 7-4 over the Brandon Wheat Kings. Thank you for tuning in tonight on IKS Media Warriors Live.